Yeah.
It's Thursday today.
It is.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
I only realised about an hour ago. I was just doing stuff. And I was like, wait, hang on. Am I podcasting in an hour? Yeah, I guess I am. Okay, cool. Run around. But yeah, managed to get everything on kind of rough. Yeah, pretty much on time.
Yeah.
Pretty much all good. So that's all good. All right, yes, so let's rock it up. I'm on. This is episode 217. We're on YouTube. If you're just listening to us, feel free to go have a look at our faces. We're on social media, Pulling Teeth Pod on Twitter and Instagram, and Pulling Teeth Podcast on Facebook. And we've got an Amazon banner. If you know what that is, go to our website, www.pullingteethpodcast.com, and there's an Amazon banner in the top right-hand corner. If you click on that and you buy something from Amazon, we get a kickback. So that's a free way to support the podcast. Now that the intro's out of the way, how are you, Steve?
I'm all right.
You seem merry. Why are you merry?
I'm not merry. I'm kind of delirious.
Delirious.
I'm like, you know about
Things
sleep,
going well.
right?
Sleep. Oh, yes, I do.
You know, yeah. Well, like,
Very recently. At the moment, really.
yeah. I've been sleeping horribly for the past week. Like, as in,
Quality-wise.
well, I don't know. Like, I'll go to sleep, and every single night I've woken up at like bang on like 3:30 in the morning. Like,
Right.
and I've got no idea why. And it's the usual things. Like, normally, like if I wake up in the night, it's always like chatter. Like my brain just won't shut up. And it's not. I don't feel anxious.
Voices.
I don't feel stressed. Sometimes I'll wake up and my head's singing at me. Sometimes it's just chatting shit. Like I can't figure it out. And the only thing I could think is just like just the state of the house at the minute. That's the only thing I can think, because everything's still a bit in disarray.
Right.
Like I can't. But it's been like a week now. So I've had a week of like 4 hours a night, and I'm just wired. Yeah. Anyway, but I was looking it up online, and everyone's really unhelpful.
Just go to sleep.
Yeah. It's like,
Okay,
why?
yeah.
Why can't you? They're like, well, you could meditate. All right. So like, lie down and breathe. Yeah, I've been trying that.
I've been breathing for a while.
I've been breathing. It's not been working.
Still fucked.
The most promising things that I found was this stuff to do with Chinese medicine. Did you know there's a Chinese medicine clock?
What time is it? Syphilis?
Well, no.
It's syphilis clock.
They've broken down your bodily functions into like hour by hour. So apparently, because I'm waking up at 3:30 every morning, it's either something to do with my liver or my lungs.
That's a weird diagnosis. Did you wake up this morning? Yeah. What time? Cancer. It's lung cancer. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Screwed.
Yeah.
Screwed.
Yeah.
You sure it's... I mean, you said that your brain is kind of singing at you.
Yeah.
Is it singing at you about the house, or is it singing about stuff, and the only thing you can think of is...
No,
about the house?
just whatever song I've got stuck in my head at the time. Like an actual song.
Literally singing at you.
Yeah.
Working 9 to 5.
But it's 3 a.m.
Yeah, I better get up and do something else.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. It's it's
fair.
definitely like a transitional period for me. Maybe it's work stress, but I don't feel stressed.
Yeah, well, stress is really weird. I mean, I don't think I've ever really experienced... Where did you get Burger King from? He's chewing on something. It's Burger King. I don't think I've been... No, drop it. Drop.
Oh, you don't get it. If I don't get it, you don't get it.
I've had a hard day.
Yeah, why did you ask? Why did you tell me you were going?
I could have picked something up for you if you told me what you wanted. Well, I got myself a Whopper. No, stress is really weird, because I've never really felt stressed apart from maybe some very rare circumstances. But I think it does work, and it's really kind of subliminal. So it's like, if you've just had a large life transition into self-employed work, so this is kind of like a large jump that I think my hand's bleeding quite a lot. It's a weird night.
I've never had stress. I'm bleeding. The dog's buying burgers. The dog's feeding itself. Let's give it up.
But yeah, it's so there's a large step that you've taken, I guess. So maybe your brain's taking time to be like, well, I've finished now. This is what I need to be doing. Maybe I need to be doing more. Maybe I don't know how to, whatever. Maybe there's something like that going on.
Like when I do like wake up, I am like wide awake. Like I could 100% sit down at a desk and start at that point. But I'm like, it's been 4 hours. Like this is, you need more than this.
I'm meant to be less competent than this.
Yeah.
What do I do?
But it means that like my mornings have still been productive, but by like 1, 2 in the afternoon or something, I'm just fucked. It's been like that for a week now. It gets around to this time of night, and I'm just kind of starting to like be all right again.
No, but I think it's genuinely a yearly thing. Like around this time, because I don't know, I wouldn't call it insomnia. I just don't sleep very well. Like as in, I just won't be tired for a day, for an evening. So it'll just be, I've been awake for 2 days and everything gets kind of scrambled. Yeah. And apparently it is kind of like a daylight savings time where it's like, oh, there's less lights, there's less whatever. And I think like different temperature changes as well kind of affect. So I think this time of year, body clocks tend to get a little bit whacked out anyway. Especially if you're not like, well, I've got to be up at this time to do this and this and this. Which obviously we all still do have, but when you have a job, you're like, oh fuck, no, I have to get up now. Yeah. Whereas you might be like, oh, I might have 2 cups of coffee before I start work today.
No, that's the thing, man.
I've got all the geese I need.
Because and you can appreciate this. Like it takes a concerted amount of effort to drag me away from procrastination. So I have to start the day properly. I can't have a day where I'm just where I'm like, oh, I'll get an extra hour today. It's like, because I won't do anything that day. That will fuck everything. It's always like that.
You need an initiation. Like the day has started now.
Yeah.
And then once that's happened, you're like, oh, okay, everything kind of falls into place.
Yeah. And what's more worrying is like at the time when I really start feeling fucked in the afternoon, it's either my heart or my small intestine according to the clock.
Right. So of course, like according to China.
Yeah, and if it it's a very thin line between those two, but with very dire consequences. Like if you get it wrong.
If you get a transplant, is that time travel? I don't know. Like, oh well, now.
Yeah, he's got a small intestine where his heart should be.
He's all over the map.
He's digesting his blood.
He's digesting his afternoon. That's what it is. No, my body clock's been really fucked recently. I've just kind of got it back into a place where I'm healthy in terms of what I want to do. So I'll still wake up at like 3 or like 4 or 5 in the morning. But I quite like waking up that early.
I don't mind that.
But before, my body clock, we did like a whole did another lap where I was going to bed at like midday and waking up at like 10 p.m. So I was like, I'm going to get out of that because that's really weird. And it's fine. I was productive, but it just gives you a different subconscious feeling about your day. If you've just been, and little things like if you want to go to the shops, you're like, no, everybody's asleep because they're sane. Yeah. I'm just here. Like before it was like, oh, you go 24-hour Tesco or whatever, but obviously with lockdown and that's kind of stopped. Yeah. So it was like, oh, well, I just can't do anything for this period. So yeah, I'm back onto normal stuff now. But yeah, it seems like a time of year thing. Could be China's invasion. They're invading via the time dimension and giving people organ failure.
Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be effective.
It's weird. It's almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy as well, because I'm just like, if I'm sitting here before I go to bed thinking I'm going to fucking wake up at 3:30, then I'm going to wake up at 3:30. But I can't, so that in itself causes me I guess a little bit of like stress or anxiety or something. And then when I actually awake and I'm wide awake and I'm trying to get back to sleep, like if you're consciously trying to get to sleep, you won't get to sleep. You just kind of like lying down, like squeezing your eyes closed, and all of your conscious effort is focused on getting you to sleep. And it's like the idea is to be unconscious.
They do say that if you are struggling to go to sleep, just get up, do something, and then see if you go back to bed. Well, if I try and get back to sleep in the bed, like I just can't. It like as in I did that last night because I'd been getting up.
before, but I was like, I just need to try and see this through. And it got to like 5:30, and I was like, this is fucking stupid. I've got to be up in half an hour. So like it's crap because it's like it almost feels like you're wasting time.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. But I can go downstairs and probably be back off in like an hour to an hour and a half or something like that. But even then, it's only another hour's sleep, and then I'm up and working. So like, it's just doing my fucking nut in at the minute.
Well, I guess because I agree that if you think, oh, I'll be up at 3:30, then if you see the clock at 3:30, your brain will go, right, yeah, fine. It's like, so maybe like plan for that and see if it works effect and be like, okay, maybe I can deal with that, maybe I can't. Then, see what how it sways.
Yeah.
Windmills don't sway, they rotate. So voice went, oh, you know what, like sways like a windmill? No. And then you do that, right? It's fine.
Yeah. I don't know. I've been through this before. Like, probably a couple of times a year I'll go through bouts of it for a few weeks. It's just annoying.
It's odd, and it does throw quite a few things off as well. So then why can't I just be conscious at the times I want to be conscious? I feel like
you can't make plans. Which is weird. It's like I'm still going to be about, but I just won't feel like doing anything. Well,
maybe that's the thing. There is a lack of authoritative structure now. So now, you kind of feel free, but then you feel that I don't have to get up, but you feel that kind of tension maybe is being like throwing things out of whack. Maybe
I had the same thing as you as well, which is like going from like mad energy expenditure every day to suddenly nothing. It's like ugh.
That's really odd. I'm trying to sort something out this weekend, try and get all my gym stuff in here, but I don't know. I'd have to remove a room for it to become a gym, really. So it's like, do I need a kitchen? I don't know.
Ours reopens next week, so I was gonna get stuff set up, but
I don't quite believe it though. Like, I mean, we've been told we're going to be tier 2 because I think we're in different counties, aren't we?
Yeah, we'll be tier 2.
Yeah, Stoke's been declared tier 2 as well, but it's like the 5th highest rate or something.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, that means might not be for that long. So yeah, I was going to try and get some stuff in the house anyway, but as I said last week, I think it was like cycling doesn't do it for me. I need swimming really, but at least if I can do weights, that's something.
Yeah.
But yeah, it takes up a lot of space for me because of all the stuff that I've got. But yeah. So not much sleep. China. I mean, we're using lasers. Apparently, we're investing in lasers.
Yeah.
China's investing in time travel or time surgery, at least. Time infection. Yeah. Time Team. What was the difference between Time Team and the other one?
What was the other one?
And Tony Robbins, but he was Time Team as well.
That was Time Team.
Yeah, it was Antiques. That's Roadshow. It's something else. No, that's probably just Time Team. I was actually thinking, what's the difference between Time Team and Aquila? I was like, because
not a lot.
Because they both had digging in it.
Yeah. I think Aquila only had digging for like one episode.
For like the introduction of the first episode.
And even then, it wasn't really digging. They found it in a cave, didn't they?
Yeah, he fell through, didn't he?
Yeah, he fell through a pothole or something.
That's my mind. Yeah. I wanted to ask you something about. Well, I've been thinking about some ideas about doing stuff, and then I was like, I should probably include Steve in this. Yeah. Is Christmas coming up?
Yeah.
Do you fancy doing another Christmas advert?
Yeah.
Or is it a bit too busy, bit too socially distant?
No, we should do something.
I had an idea for one. I thought it could be. I think it'd be quite funny if our characters bumped into each other again, but now we're socially distanced and wearing masks, and we don't quite recognise each other. They're like queuing up for something, but I'm like obviously carrying an axe, and you're like in a wheelchair or something.
Same axe.
Yeah, same axe, just with like a bow on it or something. Oh, this is my favourite axe. This is. But yeah, something like that. I think that could be quite fun. We could probably bang one of those out in an afternoon or something. Yeah. I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, we can off podcast schedule, figure out a plan. Same we just did last time.
Yeah.
We basically did all the filming in a day, maybe two, didn't we? It was one day, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was a week before. Was just the plan after the podcast, really?
Yeah. No, I think it was. I think it was two separate shoots.
Yeah, I got the feeling that there was. Yeah, because I was like, oh, it's so hot in your house, and I've got to wear this jumper again.
Yeah.
I remember having that feeling. So
Yeah.
Hey. No. Get down. Get down. She was all playful now that I'm talking to the void.
Full of
Who
burgers.
are you talking to? Can I get involved? I just had Burger King. Fucking great. Why's your hand bleeding? Isn't it weird? But yeah, I think I could do a Christmas advert. I think around now feels good.
Yeah.
So could do something like that. Could
Around
be
Christmas.
A laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, get something sorted. So yeah, do a bit more productive, creative stuff.
Have you seen any Christmas adverts this year?
No, but I only really catch them on YouTube if like they've, so I've read it in an article or something.
Yeah, I do see them on the streaming
them?
services, on the on ITV and Channel 4 and that.
Yeah.
I don't know. This they're all. I haven't seen any good ones. They're never funny.
That old man's alone on the moon, whatever it was. Yeah.
Not all right. They're never intentionally funny.
Yeah.
Like they're always trying a bit, and there'll be a load of the COVID stuff, and be like, oh, how are we going to do Christmas now? We're all in bubbles or whatever.
Yeah. I guess do they show families together at Christmas or not? Because apparently that's a controversial issue.
Oh,
I've seen loads of posts about would you sacrifice 5 days of non-quarantining for a month of quarantining or something that?
I don't care.
It's still quarantine.
Just tell me what you want me to do, and just fucking I just don't care. I think even if you told the country, don't go around your family at Christmas, they're still gonna do it. So there's no point in trying.
Well, that's why they're trying to get all these lasers. Control it.
We could do it with lasers.
There's
Explain your work.
Watching us.
Explain your working. Well, lasers plus quarantine equals no Christmas.
Laser grid.
Yeah.
Isn't it? A matrix. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just sort something out. But yeah, I don't know how they would do the adverts, because it could be. I'd be like, I don't know what to make. What are we going to show? I don't know. Buy it online, please.
I mean,
just a guy comes on. Just do it online. It's Christmas.
They put so much time and money into these things that the chances are, the time when they would have normally been doing the Christmas adverts, we were probably kind of locked down anyway.
Yeah.
It would have been summer. They're big productions that they pile a shit ton of money into. Most of the time.
Would they have been able to plan for something accurate, or would they have decided, this will all be done by then?
Christmas
all that hard work's
zorbing
gone down.
You could do that. Literal bubbles.
Yeah. Baubles.
Bubbles.
Just put everyone inside a snow globe and shut the fuck up.
Yeah, shake it about.
And that's basically Christmas.
Yeah.
Kill them all.
Well, I mean, the thing, you couldn't do anything. You couldn't, I remember earlier in the year, people were freaking out and sending messages to fucking Points of View and Ofcom and whatever because they saw somebody on TV shaking hands. Get over it.
Yeah.
I mean...
But yeah, it's a weird way to let out your frustrations, I guess. Well, I'm going to tell the news. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, have you got any sausage rolls left? No. What? Well, I'm going to tell ITV. Okay. I'm going to tell Ofcom. All right, fine.
This man shook hands. Me and Marjorie have been bumping elbows for months. Well, you're fucking morons. Yeah. She's your wife.
Oh, it's just like...
Why are you shaking... Why are you shaking hands with your wife?
Yeah, don't touch your wife. Leave her alone. Leave her alone. No sausage roll for your wife. It's not the end of the world. It's fine. No. Yeah, Christmas adverts. Yeah, could be a bit of fun.
Yeah.
Maybe trying something a bit interesting. Maybe we can get the drone involved.
Ooh.
Big drone. Like a slow shining rise.
Social distance the camera.
Yeah. But yeah, other than that, weird week for me. But one of the weirdest parts was I joined a Facebook group for Tim Vine type jokes. was like, oh, someone recommended it to me. I looked it out. Just want to. I mean, I don't know where I stand on jokes. Like, I don't know. I just don't quite get it. But this is the masses telling their jokes that are in the style of Tim Vine, so kind of punny and one-linery. These are some of them. I told my mate 10 jokes in a row to try and cheer him up. It didn't work. No pun intended. Kill yourself. Another one. So he's taken no pun intended and he's turned it into a different.
That's
words.
awful.
Well, again, these are average people.
A well-written joke. I like even if I don't laugh, like I appreciate it. Like I can be like, that's well written and well thought out and everything like that. Like I can
maybe, but
like I don't know. I think a lot of those jokes are just in the way that you tell them.
I think you can definitely evolve some stuff by adding a character to it of some kind into it. But it's just, I think there's people out there who generally they love that kind of joke, and it's just like, oh, it's because you never saw it coming, or it said something. I guess it's usually like something that's a bit fringe or a bit taboo. So like, blonde jokes or Irishman jokes or whatever. They're always like a bit rude, crude, and so kind of a bit like, oh, yeah, finally someone's saying it. That kind of thing. I don't know. So like, I guess it's a bit taboo that people like. That's what jokes are for. That's what comedy's for, is to take the taboo and make it, shine a light on it, I think, anyway. So maybe people see it like that. But on puns, I don't know. Another one. My doctor told me to take up running, as it will add years to my life. He's right. I feel 10 years older already. Look, the joy. I mean, I've got I don't have a heart so much as I have like a burnt pancake or something. It's
a like, small intestine.
Yeah, I just can't relate to the joy that people get from those kind of things. It's like, but I guess it's experience, right? I guess if you heard that joke as a 7-year-old, you might be like, oh, I haven't heard many jokes, and I haven't heard many versions of that joke. So this is new to me, and I understand.
Yeah.
But I guess everyone's heard these kind of jokes a million times. Well, I've heard these kind of jokes a million times at least. And it's just like, I get that you're trying to be funny or you're trying to bring joy to the people, but I just can't. I just don't think you should.
Yeah.
Do more. Last joke. Lost pound key from my phone. I keep getting asked to enter 4 digits followed by the pound key. Very strange. So I think he's basically saying that on an iPhone now, there's no pound key.
Oh, that's the hash key, isn't it?
I don't know. Maybe. But maybe they can't. So that's funny. Oh, there's one little one.
Okay.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Little old lady.
Little old lady who?
You yodeling. That's a good joke. So I thought it'd be good to mix it up with some jokes at the beginning. That's good.
Really bring the audience in.
Yeah. It was just what happened with my week. I just kept, and because I was in a group, it just pops up in my feed. So I was just like, oh, what's the oh.
Did you write any?
Okay. No.
No, I'm just here to.
That's a bit of productive week.
I actually don't know why I'm here.
I'm just seeing. I'm just looking into the window of the world.
Yeah. Oh, that's
People
why
yodeling.
Tim Vine is famous and you're not.
Yeah. Tim Vine's great.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just people just trying to share laughter. It's just interesting. I found it funny. Anyway, on to some news. We'll go from jokes to some news, right? That makes sense.
Yeah.
A motorist has crashed into a West Yorkshire house and driven off with the door in his windscreen. Crashed into a house. Yeah. I'm like, oh, I'll just reverse it out. Maybe it'll be fine.
Weird.
Meanwhile, he's a door now.
Yeah.
It's just.
I couldn't.
And it's fully. It's the windscreen is now a door. It's been smashed all. I don't know how it got in there. I'll see if I might link a picture. But it's like, yeah, it's just if you imagine a car with a windscreen and replace that windscreen with a door and some bloodstains,
Yeah.
that's his car now. So it's reversed out of it and then like driven down the road.
I couldn't see a thing. I tried to get rid of it, but I'm out of wiper fluid, so...
I mean, it's fine. It's fine. Scratch. I've only had a few. It's fine.
I tried to get it off, but it must have been locked.
Yeah, they said this car was a 5-door hatchback. I mean, I only counted 4, but now I've got 5. So what's the problem? It's all fine. My windscreen's a door. It goes on to a bit more detail. The 18-year-old Audi driver collided with a vehicle before hitting the house.
Audi driver.
Yeah, very.
I thought you said Aldi driver. It's like he's a car, a door, and he's driving a supermarket.
Yeah, extra value. If you want to, this is how these big companies save their money. They conglomerate, right?
Yeah.
It's like, well, we've got a supermarket, we've got a house, and we've got a guy with a car.
Yeah.
Put them all together. Despite the property's front door being lodged in the car's roof and windscreen, the motorist continued driving for several metres, said police. So he didn't drive very far, I guess.
Oh, that's not...
Yeah, but he reversed out and he drove down the path, and then at one point he went, maybe this isn't a good idea. Trauma, shock, I guess. You'd probably be like, I'm very sorry.
I didn't realise I couldn't see anything.
Yeah, your doorbell's weird.
Have you ever driven blind?
Blind. No, not really. I've done, when it's, fogging up the windows. Ace Ventura'd it a little bit.
I've had that,
but
and
nothing
that's a pain. But it used to happen to me in winter when I was driving one of my first cars. It hasn't happened since, and I'm not entirely sure why. But like, I was going down the 500. So it's like, for anyone listening, it's a big like dual carriageway, 70 mile an hour thing. And it was like midwinter, really cold, and I sprayed the window to get some mud off, and it all froze. And like immediately, like the whole windscreen froze, and I couldn't see a fucking thing. And I was driving at like 70 miles an hour, and it was like the middle of the day, so there was like plenty of cars about. And it's like I was absolutely fucking bricking it. It was awful. Like, luckily I was like right by a junction. I managed to kind of get off and scrape it off, but it's fucking terrifying. You don't realize how much you need your eyes until you don't
windscreen
at 70 mile an hour.
Knowledge of the outside world.
Yeah.
I've had like such intense fog or rain that I haven't been able to see. That's been weird.
The heavy rain one is weird.
Yeah.
Cause that's almost like sensory deprivation, because it's like all the noise and the sight and everything. It's like it's because it just gets incredibly loud.
I'm really relaxed.
It's like you're in a white noise machine or something.
Yes, I'm falling asleep. Is it 3:30? The driver that crashed into a car and then a door and then drove off was arrested on suspicion of driving while unfit.
Well, it's not very nice.
You're out of shape, you fat fuck. Guy's just got a fucking door lodged in his face. Oh, sorry. Very sorry. He was taken to hospital with head injuries, but is not thought to have been seriously hurt. Anyone who witnessed the incident is asked to contact the police. And us. We want to know. Let us know.
Yeah.
If you saw a guy driving with a door in his face.
Yeah, you saw a guy that was a door.
Shout. Yeah. That's a better knock-knock joke than yodeling, I guess. Makes sense. In other news, I didn't think this was as funny as I thought. I bookmarked this article. I was like, oh, that's quite a funny headline. And as I was typing it up, it got a little big. So it's quite a long story. A man who died 3 weeks after jumping out his window claimed he was fleeing his partner who was threatening to stab him. Staffordshire police launched a murder investigation after Mark McNair, great name, died at the Royal State University Hospital following the incident in Hanley. A neighbour had seen the 62-year-old fall to the ground and called the police. A 62-year-old jumped out a window.
Oh.
Well, I was going to say he was fine, but no, he died, didn't he?
He died.
But, like, you don't expect this of the 62s.
No.
You know, it's a young man's game jumping out a window.
Yeah.
Especially, imagine being, I mean, it's bad because obviously they had quite a bad relationship. He jumped out the window, the other person was trying to stab him. But like, you know, you go when you get to a certain point, you kind of go, there's too much energy. You got this, you know, it's too much stress. You want to have something
Then
simple.
I don't know. I've known of some people. I still do know of people who are like of that age, and I'm talking to them, and I'm like, I could be talking to a student right now. Like you're of that same person, and you're like in your 60s.
Yeah, but it's not even like an energy or a seniority thing. It's
I don't mean an energy thing. I just mean I mean a dumb thing, like you're still the kind
naivety.
of person that would get into those relationships where you've got to jump out of windows to stop yourself getting stabbed.
Well, it's when you're young, you kind of go, oh, you're young, you're naive, you don't really understand, so you're trying it and you make mistakes. By the time you've got to an age, even if it's like 40, you'd be like, well, you should have made all those mistakes by now because you're going to be dead soon, so you need to start really knuckling down and making these decisions. At any age, 30 even, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, 62-year-old jumped out that window. When police arrived, Mr. McNair told officers, he jumped out the window because he was stabbing him. They haven't pressed charges. Okay. So the guy who's allegedly been wielding a knife at this guy, threatening to stab him, is not being prosecuted after his partner... there was a same-sex couple. I can't remember whether I mentioned that. An inquest heard the couple, who lived in Imperial Court... Sounds very Star Wars. They lived in a Millennium Falcon. They did. Jumped out first. You tried jumping out the first floor of a Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, that's Harrison Ford. His partner was trying to stab him.
Yeah, it was just a very hairy fella.
He's dead.
Fine. They had a toxic relationship, in quotes, apparently, is what the inquest declared. So in a statement, one of their neighbours said he heard the couple shouting at around 5:30 in the afternoon. He said, I went to the kitchen and I heard two men, our neighbours, shouting in their flat. I didn't know them, but they'd lived there a long time. When I was in the kitchen, I saw a body fall from the window above. I heard the neighbour run to the window and say, Die, die, why are you not dead yet? The man outside started moving and crawling out the bush and into the pavement, so I rang the police. Die, why aren't you dead? Very Romeo and Juliet somehow. I don't know. Detective Constable Paul Machin from Staffordshire Police told the inquest he said he was having a shower. So the guy who was the statement says he saw the person's partner come to the window and say, Die, die. That person is saying, I was in the shower. I don't know what you're talking about. I was having a shower. It's fine.
I was listening to the radio. There was this great song, Die, die, why aren't you dead?
That lovely 1950s jazz a cappella tribute band. It was great. He was in the shower. I had the window being opened. I couldn't explain what happened. He denied threatening... The official statement is he denied threatening Mr. McNair with knives.
I didn't threaten him with knives.
No, I was threatening with a shower.
Yeah.
Very stabby shower, but still a shower.
You ever stabbed someone with a shower? That guy stabbed him with the front door.
Can you stab someone with a shovel?
Technically.
I mean, you can spread butter on toast with a shovel. Technically, right?
Does it have to be? Does something have to be sharp to stab someone with it?
It has to penetrate the skin in a
sort of, but stabbing is a motion, isn't it?
Pierce the skin properly, doesn't it?
Isn't stabbing the motion, not the result?
So if I got a book and I did that with you, would you be stabbing me?
No. See that I wouldn't feel like I was being stabbed, poked.
I think it has to pierce the skin, like pierce it, I guess.
Yeah,
kind of a thing. Don't take your shovels in the showers. That's the answer to that question.
No.
There was no stab injuries to Mr. McNair. The guy who fell out the window. Well, he was threatened with stabbing. He wasn't stabbed.
He jumped out, so he succeeded. Jumped out of the window to escape a stabbing.
Different type, different love. Horses for courses.
Yeah.
When it comes to love, Mr. McNair had left at the flat in the afternoon to buy frozen food, and he had helped him put the shopping away. He can't give an explanation as to how Mr. McNeil left that window. I think everyone could give an explanation as to how someone left a window.
Yeah.
But, I guess the decision to jump I don't know, a tape recording behind him saying, "Die, die, why aren't you dead yet?" I guess to kind of make it work. The inquest heard that Mr. McNair's mum had last seen her son alive a week before he fell from the window. They must love saying "just fell from the window." They put it everywhere.
Yeah.
Put it everywhere. I don't know. They were together for 20 years, I think, and long-term relationships, I think, are always. Well, I don't know because I've never technically been in one officially. I don't think. Mine's have always been 9 months. I think you have to be a year to be a long-term relationship.
Yeah,
maybe. I think that makes sense. So 20 years is a long-term relationship. I imagine things get a bit jumpy out of windowy, right?
Maybe. I've never felt the need to jump.
Maybe you never felt. Have you felt the need to threaten her with knives?
No. She's normally pretty quiet by that point.
It doesn't she doesn't let it escalate that far. Your arm is slowly moved towards the multiple knives drawer. It's okay, I'll buy red wine. Jeez.
Yeah.
It's a reference to last week. Oh, yeah, and then I haven't got that much news this week, to be fair. Not much has really been going on. Is the election still a thing?
Yes.
That's a good segue.
Who cares?
But, like, is it... I haven't
As in,
followed
it's
it
not.
at all,
No, it's not been called yet. So, yes, it's still a thing.
Okay. There's still... I think they did... well, the only thing I did read is they did a recount in Atlanta or something. Atlanta or Alabama. And it came back as in favour of Joe Biden. So now Donald Trump wants them to do a recount. That's all I know. That and who's the guy? Changed my mind.
Stephen Crowder.
Yeah, I've seen loads of. I like a lot of his change my mind segments anyway. But like the streams about it's not over yet, and they're fighting like a political battle, and they're looking. I'm just like I'm not into politics anyway, but this is even more out of what I'm interested in.
There are some things that have been reported and that have been corroborated where I'm like, that is a bit suspect. But I put it down to people are dumb and they fucked it up. Not there's a big conspiracy to. But
like, I swear, I obviously I think it's all. The whole system is corrupt. It's the man.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. No, but like, I swear last election Donald Trump won and it was alleged that he got Russia, advice or something like that. And then he manipulated the hearing into his corruption.
Yeah,
so it's been around any corrupt. If my question is, are people surprised that there's alleged corruption in this election?
Yeah.
It's been happening since. I mean, Nixon was famous for corruption?
Well, that's the thing.
It's been going on for ages.
The one thing that's annoying about it, but completely expected because they're all politicians and they're all hypocrites, is that the last one where he won, everyone was calling for transparency and for recounts and for everything to be gone through with a fine-tooth comb, for audits and everything like that. And this time, when he's lost and he's asking for that, everybody's saying, no, we need to respect the result and everything like that. And it's like, it's complete hypocrisy. It's like you either feel there should be transparency and feel that we should be have evidenced to us a legitimate winner, or you don't. But you can't have it that way in one circumstance and not in another. Like, you can't call for all that shit 4 years ago and then spend 4 years saying, not my president, and then bitch and complain when he asks for the same things that, like, whether you like him or not, don't be a fucking hypocrite. That's the only place I stand with it. Like, I don't care who fucking wins. They're both dumpster fires, but like, it just doesn't. I feel like everyone's being a fucking hypocrite about it.
Well, I imagine that it was the same going on 4 years ago as well, as in the people who were defending him then and now not defending him now, and everyone just kind of switches because it's all kind of a whole spinning Catherine wheel of confusion and attempting to manipulate people. So, yeah, I agree that, either you stand for transparency or you don't, and it's not just transparency whenever it's convenient. Yeah. But I heard something interesting that I didn't know about. Apparently, I don't know anything about any of this, but apparently Richard Nixon committed a bunch of crimes either when he was president or leading up to president. And he stepped down as president so that his vice president could give him a presidential pardon. So apparently
smart.
the president can just decide not to be investigated for crimes, which kind of makes sense if you technically are the runner of the country. You're the admin clerk of the country, I guess.
Yeah, I think crimes committed while you are president, but you can't be confirmed if you're being investigated for crimes that you committed before you were president or something like that. I think that's how it is.
And then,
because you're essentially a felon.
Loads of crimes. You're on the run from the law, and now you choose the Supreme Justice.
Yeah, I am the law. I'm on the run from myself.
But they said apparently Donald Trump might be in a similar situation where they wouldn't be surprised if Donald Trump stepped down so that his vice president can pardon him because of whatever crimes they were apparently claiming that Donald Trump claimed. But he's probably too proud a person to do that.
Yeah, and I haven't seen any.
What it feels like.
The trouble is that as much as they want to, as much as they've spent 4 years being like, he's a criminal, it's like if he was a criminal, he would have been arrested. Like, there is a certain kind of cut and dry about it, which is if you can prove it, then fair enough. And they've spent 4 years trying to, and they haven't been able to.
But then that's the weird thing, isn't it? Because that was the whole thing when Donald Trump was running, was Hillary Clinton committed breaches of data security on a national level.
Yeah.
I think is the thing.
Yeah.
And then it was fine.
Yeah, exactly. She should have been arrested.
It's like, sure, well, anybody who commits any crime should be arrested. But it's like, that's Wall Street or politics or that's White Hart Lane.
If it was anyone else. But
yeah, well, it's I don't understand the whole thing anyway. But yeah, it would be interesting to see if, because with the little I know of Donald Trump, it would be really interesting of him to fire himself. Like, what would he get a film crew in to make a special one-off Christmas special? Yeah, him just losing the presidency, I guess, would be quite funny. But yeah, apparently that might be a good, wise decision for him to do for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, nice segue. Last article from me is Halloween superfan dies an hour after a wedding ceremony officiated by Jamie Lee Curtis. So a superfan of Halloween, which I thought to be the season, turns out to be the film.
Oh, right.
Got married and died.
Oh.
There's lots of these. I don't know, like, what was it? No, it wasn't Toy Story. It might have been Star Wars. Like, you know, a terminally ill person was looking forward to the release of a new film, but unfortunately they're not going to make it to the release date. So then they can't. The film studio gets together and says, like, look, you can watch it early. You get an early access to the thing. Apparently, he got married and saw the early access version of the new Halloween film or whatever. It feels odd. It feels odd that, like, you give people a. Well, it sounds odd, but everyone to their own. I mean, if I was on my deathbed and I knew I was going to die tomorrow, I might be like, do you mind if I watch a film?
Yeah.
I just can I watch a film? Like, can I watch this film? It's not out yet. Oh. I'd like to watch that film because I'm going to die tomorrow.
Yeah, you just tell them you're terminal. They did that with Star Wars and a bunch of kids, didn't they?
Yeah.
Some kids got to see the new Star Wars movie because they weren't going to be about when it was released.
Oh, I thought it was the other way around. I thought it was a bunch of kids
Star Wars
saw
movie
Star
was
Wars
gonna
early,
die.
and so they became terminally ill because, I don't know, the Force. I watched Breaking Bad again recently, and there's a great Bill Burr moment in it where he's like, he's been investigating somebody who's quite nerdy, and he goes like, yeah, I watched them all day. You know, he spent 4 hours talking about something called Babylon 5. I don't know why, but that made me laugh. It's been stuck in my head. So yeah, this guy died.
Yeah.
After watching Halloween, Woodle, that's his name, and his girlfriend Emily were the first two people outside of the production team to see the new film ahead of his release. Spoiler alert: he dies. Yeah, he's dead. Jamie Lee, I mean, I guess, is that a corporate gig or a charitable gig, or is it just something nice for somebody to do, to go and wed somebody because they're a fan of a film you did? I mean, I want to say Halloween is like 80s.
It must be.
Might even be. Yeah,
That's
say
when
80s.
she was kind of like. That's when she was like the sex symbol in movies and stuff, wasn't it? I guess around
I don't know.
late 80s, early 90s, like maybe when like True Lies was out and that.
Yeah, I think 90s was True Lies, and she was great, and she was really, really good. That's the only thing I know her from, but she was really good in True Lies. But yeah, I haven't seen her much else, but apparently she's the scary film person because she was in a few scary films that, got a lot of attention, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe she killed them. I mean, you like Halloween so much, why can't I kill her? Yeah.
Die,
So yeah,
die.
it serves
Why aren't
me-
you dead?
Why aren't you dead? No, I don't understand toxic relationships. Like, I've been in toxic relationships, but I don't understand why people stay in them. But I'm a very decisive person. I think that's to a fault. But yeah, if I sense that I'm in a bad relationship, having seen the signs, I'm like, well, this is over now, and I'm gonna. But I've kind of always had that, burning my passport and getting a new one out of a bank vault and moving to Mexico kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's always felt, but like, I like a new beginning.
Yeah.
I'll go wear someone else's face for a while and carry a chainsaw around Texas. Why not? Mix it up.
Yeah.
That's me this week.
Oh, good. It's just a side note. We watched King of Staten Island last week. Have you seen it yet?
I haven't yet.
Very good. Yeah, lots of good Burr moments in it.
Yeah, it did feel like it was going to have moments. I just wasn't sure about the whole. I had preconceived notions about it because it's like autobiographical about Peter.
Yeah,
Peter Davidson.
Yes, yeah.
His stand-up special is actually all right.
Yeah,
he's got a stand-up special. It's pretty good.
He's very good as well.
Yeah, it's like it always felt like it was going to be, kind of a bit but it's Paul Judd.
Judd Apatow.
Judd Apatow. Paul Judd.
Paul
Who's
Rudd.
Paul
You're
Judd?
thinking?
Maybe Paul Rudd. I was thinking of Mike Judge from Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah, King of the Hill.
Oh, yeah. my brain's firing on different cylinders today.
Yeah.
Judd Apatow, and his films always seem, they've always got they always feel quite nice. So
Yeah,
I guess you're not surprised that it's good. So yeah, just check it out.
Yeah, well worth watching. Anyway, on to my bits. A North Korean gymnast has defected the country by vaulting over the border fence.
That's great. In North Korea, we've got the best swimmers. Oh yeah, I bet they can't swim the channel. I think they can. I bet you they can't. Fine, we'll show you. Oh, they're escaping.
That's how they train for their Olympic athletes.
Yeah, can you pole vault over the country?
Yeah, you have half an hour to escape North Korea. Go.
You have to balance beam your way to South Korea. Can you do it? New TV show. Oh, did you see that the I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here is now in Wales?
I heard that. And there's people complaining about animal cruelty or something like that.
That's always been like a weird animal insect grey line, I guess.
He's eating a bug.
I'm a celebrity.
All right.
I'm a celebrity. Get me out of here. It's like you could leave.
Are they in like a castle or something?
I have no idea. They're in Wales. You can go see them if you like. Hello.
Oh my
Penny
god!
for the celebrity.
What a joke.
Why just don't do it.
Just don't
do it. Yeah. I guess people are going to watch it, so I guess it's still a money
Why
thing.
would you go on it though? Be like, oh, I thought we were going to.
That's the big thing.
I thought we were going to a tropical island or something.
I thought I was
fucking
gonna experience
Snowdonia.
the jungle. Not going to experience some rain and lovely singing voices.
Yeah.
Get me out of here.
Yeah. Stuck in Landudno.
Just putting people in prisons.
Yeah.
Basically, I'm in prison. Can I leave, please?
In a caravan in Carmarthen.
This guy's wearing a cagoule. Okay. Get me out of this cagoule. But yeah, to be fair, if you were an aspiring athlete in North Korea, you might want to train to escape. could make sense, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
full
Well, it
circle.
seems like one of the risks in training an athlete in North Korea is they might use their skills for evil.
For evil or independence.
Yeah, well, evil as far as North Korea is concerned.
You're a darts player. Oh yeah, but I'm darting for my independence.
Yeah.
Bullseye. Execute him. Fuck. Yeah.
Officials were so taken aback by his feat that they asked him to demonstrate twice how he was able to jump over the 3-meter fence.
Can you escape again? They're just yelling at a wall, hoping someone's hearing it on the other side. Do that again. That was amazing. Great. Oh, lovely. Can you escape again? Can you escape back into North Korea? That would be the big test.
I saw a picture of the fence and it is impressive. It's like 1.5 meters straight up, and then another 1.5 meters leaning over, and that 1.5 meters is covered in barbed wire. So I got no fucking idea how you actually get over it. I don't know. The 4-kilometer wide, 250-kilometer long strip is fortified by fences, minefields, and armed sentry posts.
I didn't know minefields was still a thing.
I know.
Like, I thought, didn't Princess Diana try and get rid of all those minefields? Oh, that was in Africa, wasn't it, primarily?
Yeah.
Not Asia.
Yeah.
Keep your Asian minefields.
Minefields is a very kind of like, that's a dictator thing, isn't it? It's like, just put some mines down.
Yeah, don't upset the dictator. If you put 1 foot out of place, oh, what is he finicky about manners? Is he? No, landmines. don't do it. Like, you'll fucking kill you.
Replace your wife with a landmine.
What's the long term? Because I think now you go, well, long term, we're going to get someone innocent could walk on that, right? And North Korea's like, this is a permanent thing. No one's going to walk on that mine that doesn't deserve it.
Well,
okay.
It's like there's an area in Vietnam that's still being cleared out of unexploded bombs that were dropped.
Yeah.
Like thousands of them, thousands
Same
and thousands.
with the UK.
They said it
Maybe
would
not thousands,
take.
yeah.
They expect it to take another 100 years to clear them all, which is like fucking nuts.
Yeah, it's just the resources as well. You just go, well, how much are they going to care to do this for 100 years? Just don't put them in the first place.
Yeah.
It does feel like an old Christmas tradition of making a landmine.
Well, it's one of those things. It's like, well, there's this vast section of land that we can either clear of bombs or we can just never use because it's just unpredictable. You can't build a playground there.
Can't build a swimming pool.
No.
Can't build hopscotch.
No.
What are we going to do?
Yeah.
Do you know anything about Princess Diana?
Well, as in what hair
people.
color? Like what?
Anything. I remember when she died, I was at Scouts. I was on a scout camp. And I came back, it was on the radio. People cared.
I told my mum, I think.
Oi, Mum.
Yeah.
Diana's dead. Nah.
I didn't know who she was when I said.
You didn't know who she was, but
when she died, I didn't know who she was.
When you washed the blood off your clothes,
you're
like, Mum,
yeah,
killed Princess Diana.
Yeah. die, why don't you die?
What is it? Is it the Queen? Well, what's the Netflix show? There's a Netflix show about the royal family.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I think it's
Queen.
It's potentially the Queen. Yeah.
But yeah, they've got a new season out with Princess Diana, and people are like, oh my god, it's just like Princess Diana.
What do you expect?
I just don't understand. Yeah, I don't understand. That's another old generational thing. We've got, I don't know, Martin Scorsese. Got the well, family. Yeah. Oh, she loves landmines or not landmines. I can't remember which one. People without legs.
Didn't they start training rats to get rid of landmines? I think they did. To sniff them out.
Rats, throwing rats at landmines.
They train them to.
It's a landmine. Well done. Give that rat a biscuit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Really clever rats you got there, Mike.
Well, that's I
trained them myself.
They could train them to sniff things out. So they train them to like sniff out mines, whatever's in a mine, but they're not heavy enough to set them off. So they can just run across the field and be like, "There's one here," and then they like give it a biscuit.
how wave flags. It's a landmine here. It starts jumping up and down. It goes like, whoa.
Yeah, they put them on like a lead, like a rat on a lead, and then they walk it across the field. And it's, I guess like hand signals, like bomb.
That sounds like a scam, right? That sounds like this guy just didn't know what to do, and he was like, I clear landmines with rats. Like, really? Yeah. Put them on rope and everything. Walk them around. They tell, is that a landmine? Oh, there might be a landmine here. It's not science.
No.
Rat training, going from like a rat's maze where he gets cheese to like an old experienced career rat who goes for landmines and gets, I don't know, sent into the sky.
Yeah.
So,
I think it's kind of mean using animals because it's like they've got no idea of the danger. They just know they're trying to sniff this thing.
Yeah, well, it's like like dogs that used to sniff out marijuana. You'd be like, maybe they weren't on the whole in prison marijuana thing. They're like, oh, we're playing a game. I found it.
Yeah,
we win, right? Everyone's happy, right?
That's all it is.
No, that guy's going to prison.
Oh yeah, he's on the floor. No, I'll get on the floor. We're all on the floor.
Yeah, this is a happy time, and it's great.
Yeah,
there's definitely it's not informed consent you get from a drug sniffer dog, is it?
No.
I guess that's what I'm saying. Or a drug landmine sniffer.
It's like those. It's like the ones that take down the police dogs that chase down criminals and that, and that that you see them in the big padded suits and that. They're just playing a very aggressive game of tug.
That is taking it quite seriously.
Well, that's all it is. It's the same. It's the same attitude. It's the same training. You chase that thing down, and then you just tug on it until we tell you to stop.
I reckon there's a point where it comes to like, they're doing it for instinctive reasons other than fun. Yeah, they're like more than just a play. They're like, no, they want to kill something or hunt something.
Oh yeah, but they fucking love doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definite like understanding. They go like, oh no, this is I know exactly what's going to happen. I'm going to kill that guy.
I never understand anyone that protests like against animals in workforce and stuff. Well, particularly dogs in the workforce have no idea like about dogs at all. Dogs love a fucking job. Like, I don't mean like a literal job, but I mean like a task.
Yeah. It's
how they're wired.
A teamwork is something to do to work together with as a team.
Yeah.
So trying to accomplish something, but accomplish sounds. But you couldn't have a fish like if they wait. Hang on, before we get onto fish, are people genuinely protesting animals in the workforce?
Oh, they always do. Yeah, or like not sane people, like people in PETA.
PETA. Oh, PETA.
Yeah,
pizza. All right, yeah. I saw something that was like meat gets in the way of your sex life. PETA.
Fuck off.
I was like, I don't know what it means.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Do you know what that means? There was two guys laying next to each other and a chicken in the middle. What's meat ruins your sex life? What? Are they saying it lowers libido or something?
No.
Do you know what they're saying?
No.
Genuinely?
No idea.
No idea. Meat ruins your sex life.
Fucking soy ruins your sex life. I don't know about meat.
Yeah. I didn't understand it. It was a PETA thing that I saw just today.
Yeah.
But dogs in the workforce. Well, yeah. I don't understand a lot of people's issues anyway, just on a general humane, emotional and understanding level. Yeah. But yeah, trying to protest against dogs or animals. I can understand not wanting a fish to work in a restaurant. I can understand that. It feels like the aquarium would get in the way, people would get wet. But just having a dog that helps blind people. Stop helping that blind person.
Yeah.
Do you think it's cool that dog works for that guy? It doesn't work for the guy. They're friends.
They're mates.
You know how your friend asks you to move and you begrudgingly help? That's the same thing as this guy dog and his
the dog isn't unhappy to help. Like, that's the weird thing.
Glad to be of service. Glad to do something.
Yeah, that's just dogs.
Yeah.
Like, they like something to do.
There were dolphins in the Navy, though, weren't there? That's probably a bit weird.
Yeah.
But then there's dogs in the army.
Limpet mines to submarines and stuff.
Yeah, but I guess you have to have that if you're having dogs in the army, and it makes sense to have dogs in the army.
Yeah.
It'd be better to have an army of dogs.
Yeah.
Just give them a map. Go, have fun. Go win the war. See what they do. Fair enough. How do we get onto army of dogs?
I don't know, but that was the first story. North Korean gymnasts.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. In other news, Amazon's cloud servers went down in parts of the US this week, causing people's doorbells, vacuum cleaners, and mops to stop working.
That little Fantasia mop falls down. Oh no! Now my floor's still dry, not evenly wet.
I hate that. That's where we got. Firstly, like I've never hearing something like that. I'm just like, yeah, no, I don't have any smart stuff in my house, and I'm glad because that's fucking stupid. Like,
I'm glad I don't have a smart mop. Actually,
I can't mop the floor because my router's down. Like that doesn't make any sense. That's a stupid world to live in. But like
that's well, hang on, that's an amazing world to live in. Why can't you mop? The bees overtook 5G.
Yeah.
All right.
Fucking Vodafone. Yeah. No, it's people's Roombas all went fucking nuts. And other users have lost complete control of their Christmas lights.
Complete control. Oh my god. They're out
fucking
there
mental.
cooking meth.
Yeah. Yeah. Weird smart world that we live in.
Well, I guess I don't even know if the rest of the world is on. Well, I mean, we're doing this circuit breaker thing, but I don't think that's that regular elsewhere in the world. So it's not even like, oh, there's more internet stuff in the US this week, maybe. Or I guess maybe election-y people looking at like more people on the internet checking current events. But why would that affect Amazon? Too many people ordering Roombas.
No, all it is that Amazon have like the largest collection of servers, I think, of any company in the world. So loads of companies that have cloud services use Amazon servers to do that, and that includes like Roomba and like Ring Video Doorbell and like a bunch of these people. And for some reason, if their server, like your Roomba, needs to be attached to the servers in order to see where it's going or
download
whatever.
Updates and stuff like that,
yeah.
I guess.
So they all stopped working.
Like almost like they were on strike.
Yeah.
Almost as if they're becoming self-aware.
Yeah.
And they don't want dogs or robots in the army anymore.
Fucking
or in the workforce.
Jeff Bezos. We demand minimum wage.
Yeah, I'm doorbelling it 24/7 every week in a variety of different LED colours. I think I deserve a union.
I don't get paid. You're a button.
You felt on plastic with copper inside.
In other news, police in Los Angeles are on the lookout for 3 separate motorists after they all hit the same 50-year-old man and fled the scene as he died.
So at the same time, this came at from different angles.
No, like one, and then he was like, "Oh, I'm all right," and a boom hit again, and then he's up again, and then the third one, then he died.
This is too annoying.
3 hit and runs within like the space of 20 minutes of the same guy as he was trying to get off the road.
Yeah, well, at least that's kind of at the beginning of 3 Men and a Baby, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never seen the film, but maybe that's how. Maybe they get together and they adopt a baby. Why not?
Who's that? John Favreau, isn't it? Is it John Favreau in that?
Tom Selleck.
Oh, that's it. Tom Selleck.
It's like an old film, yeah. Selleck.
Yeah.
I guess was as much of a sex symbol as Jamie Lee Curtis in previous generations. I guess. I think he was meant to be a big, hunky guy.
Yeah.
Magnum PI, yeah. There you go.
Who's in a helicopter?
Little side note for you guys. He was in a helicopter.
He was. Yeah. Him and his moustache. Police in Jodhpur City, India have detained a 23-year-old man after he stabbed his younger brother to death for using all his data.
I want to watch YouTube. Stab.
On Wednesday evening, Rahman took his younger brother Roy to the roof of the house, scolded him for consuming all his data, and in a fit of rage, Rahman stabbed Roy 4 to 5 times in the chest and fled, the police said. According to a police official, the accused was mentally unstable. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, why are you on the roof to begin with?
Yeah.
It's a
Roy,
weird place to have a debate.
have you been on my phone? Yeah. Come to the roof with me, Roy.
Let's meet on the roof, bring the knife,
Yeah.
and we'll have a chat.
Stab, stab, stab. Why aren't you dead?
Different cultures
Yeah.
within the mentally deranged.
I don't want to stereotype Indian people at all, but I always hear about these weird. I think there's just too many people there.
Sure.
I think it's just there's just so many. I know I would go fucking nuts. I think being being that kind of like boxed in with millions and millions of people.
Well, it is like a large country. I don't know how ghettoized would that be the term of people built? No, like
But there's literally billions of people in India. Like where even America is like small fry. America's like 300 million people or something. There's billions in India.
But even if you didn't, if it wasn't a claustrophobia thing, I think it's just statistically, people are going to have.
There's more people, so you'll have more nut jobs. Yeah.
But yeah, never thought that it's actually because they've seen so many people that they stabbed their brother.
Yeah, yeah. It could be that the infrastructure is not great, so like mobile data is a precious commodity.
Maybe it was just he was mentally deranged.
yeah. Probably more like that. And finally, a man has been charged with trespassing at a building site in Adelaide, Australia, after pretending to be a statue to avoid arrest.
You're under arrest. Yeah,
pretty much.
You're under arrest. I'm a statue.
The police statement says, police dog Judge, good name for a dog, and his handler searched the site, locating a man inside one of the new apartments pretending to be a statue. To
be fair, could work.
I mean, try it if it's dark or whatever. Go for it. But if it's just a police officer, maybe. But a dog, no.
That dog doesn't believe
that
you're
is not a statue. That is not a statue. That is Dave.
This is a weird game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've experienced veteran work dog of the workforce knows when a person is a person and not a rock.
Yeah.
This person's a rock.
You're not cement.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's me.
Optimistic though. Optimistic.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta try.
When all else fails, it's I'll stand still. Maybe they'll go away.
The thing is, you're not gonna be charged more for pretending to be a statue. So why not try it?
Yeah. What, you're gonna imprison me for more years because I hesitated?
Yeah.
Just for a while.
Yeah.
And I painted myself like the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
It's not a crime. Crime in that. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, optimistic.
That's me this
fun,
week.
interesting week.
Yeah.